I believe that oppression and injustice is everybody's problem. African American writer Alice Walker reminds us that when one of us is oppressed, all of us are oppressed. Since focusing on negativity and criticizing racism is not an effective way to solve this problem, I'd like to speak about something more helpful, like what all of us can do to discourage racism. After doing some research, I found two common motivations for racism in the joining of white supremacist groups. The first is affirmative action policies, which were designed to favor minorities and in doing so, level the playing field of our society. Some people have considered such policies as a form of reverse racism and unfair to white people. The second reason is resentment over concepts like white privilege, which makes white people feel as though they have to own the shame and guilt of their ancestors' actions. Both of the situations I described above have something in common. They encourage the nursing of grievances white people often feel about situations they view as unjust. I feel as though many white people feel uncomfortable around those they deem different. Few whites have close friends who are of a different race or nationality from them. They often choose to exclude those who are different. Using exclusionary policies in housing, school admissions, and the selection of a candidate for a position allows whites to keep their power amongst themselves. This stance of exclusion and segregation also results in a sense of awkwardness in classrooms, boardrooms, and the workplace. Although there are other reasons for racism, such as being able to reap the benefits from disparities between whites and minorities, I have often felt surprised that some white people have felt antagonized by movements and policies that promote racial justice and repair racial disparities. I was astonished when I saw people of all races claiming to protest for Black Lives Matter use an injustice as an excuse to violently approach others and destroy our communities because of the anger surrounding the death of George Floyd. I was disheartened to see so much resentment pitting people against each other and racial division taking place. Situations of racial misunderstanding such as these are one of the many reasons that racial tension is prevalent, especially in these times. Although understanding may seem ineffective, it would be a great start to solving these problems. But the issue is the media is so powerful that if racial misunderstanding continues, our nation will only become more and more divided. If we do not become aware of our situation on both sides and take action, our democracy will crumble. If minorities could better understand whites and whites better understand minorities, that could lead to major progress. But the issue is that some people's motivation for racism is avarice and the benefits gained from being unfair to others. Usually the people who enjoy reaping benefits of racism are only thinking about themselves rather than the nation. This self-centered thinking will surely lead to more division and undermine the power of our nation. The solution to this problem would be to raise awareness and racial understanding, and people on both sides being brave about striking a friendship with someone different from them.